Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, Pisces Soul Tribe. I want to get into some general messages for you. And of course, anything you need from me can be found down below in the description box. Divine, what is the overall news at this time for Pisces? What's coming in? So we have lucky break coming out first. So good fortune, good things coming, turning point. I feel like it could be all three of those things. And the reason why I say all three of those things is, lately there's been this energy of a turnaround of things that once were bad, maybe turning good. Things that once were so favorable, now they're favorable. I feel like you're coming into this lane in your life where things are just going to start to fall into place is what it feels like. I feel like one thing is getting ready to change everything. Divine, can you clarify a lucky break here for me, please? So we have the cleanse. So detox, ridding negative energy, purification. You could be doing certain things to cleanse your energy. Maybe you feel like your energy is toxic and maybe it's preventing you in some way. I feel like a detox is a good idea. Even if you're just praying for, a change of energy concerning a particular area in your life, more so related to finances. But I feel like more so than anything else, things are just going to start to fall in place. We have liftoff here. So fast action, progression forward, the wait is over. So it's something about the wait being over, a turning point. There's getting ready to be a shift in your life, a change in position. That position could be mentally, it could be spiritually as well, and it can even be physically. So all three aspects, I feel like you are going to be in a different place in your life very soon because of one moment changing everything. Divine, what else is here? Okay. So we have receipts. So evidence, guilty as charged, exposed. So receipts is just physical evidence that something is what it is. It shows payment and like all of those things. I feel like there's going to be evidence, and it's going to be evident that you have shifted and you've changed in your life. I feel like without you being showy, there are certain things that, let's just say if you came into millions upon millions of dollars, there are certain things about your physical appearance that will change. And I'm not even talking about labels on top of labels on top of labels. I feel like you'll be presenting yourself in a manner that you really would if you had loads of money, Divine, tell me about this receipts here. So machismo, so masculine pride, toxic masculinity, as well as meeting manly expectations. So I feel like you are coming out very strong. I feel like there's going to be very strong evidence that something has shifted in your life. I feel like you're going to be showing something off in some way. Yeah, something is going to be evident beyond a shadow of a doubt. This could be a change in status. This could be a glow up. Divine, what else is here? So recalling, so memories missing you or missing, missing, they could definitely be missing you. Okay, so missing someone, reminiscing. And tell me about recalling before I say this. So we have red flags. So warning signs, take heed, risky situation. So what I was going to say is I feel like the reason why somebody finds you attractive now is because you will shift. You will change. I feel like you're going to be showing up as very masculine, very dominant, very commanding of your life, very commanding of your territory as well. I feel like you are not playing about your life right now. And I don't feel like you'll be playing about your life moving forward. Yeah, I feel like something is definitely a sign to not go that way. Divine, lastly here. We have Player. So playing the field, not looking to settle, seeking options. Player honestly gives me somebody who's dating. That's just more so when I'm dating, single individual, living your life how you want to live your life. I feel like if you're not being treacherous to anyone, I feel like if you're being honest and upright in that area, you're a single individual. You grown. If you want to be celibate, be celibate. You want to, abstain, then abstain. Be abstinent. But there's something just about a single energy is what I'm feeling. I feel like you're looking really good right now. What else, Divine? Yeah. So we have change. So codependency, unhealthy attachment, as well as weighed down. So I definitely feel like in some capacities that attractive energy that I was talking about from you, I feel like somebody feels like they possibly can't get away from that. The way you are showing up, you are physically showing up as very attractive. Your energy that you are exuding is very attractive. And I feel like that's going to attract all types of energies to you, no matter if they're good or nefarious. I feel like you are just in a space of ease right now. We have frenemy at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you possibly could be surrounded by people who will be in some way envious of the things that you do have going on, is what it feels like. Divine, can you tell me what the vibe is? This lucky break, the cleanse, as well as liftoff? And we have envy coming out. That's crazy. Literally just said it. So envy. So resentful, competitive, discontent. So there's definitely some form of envy here. It reeks of jealousy. It reeks of competition. Because here's what it feels like. I feel like you possibly were surrounded by people who were trying to get to something before each other. I feel like it was a quiet competition that was really loud, amongst a group of people. Okay. And I say loud because your intuition eventually caught on to it. I feel like there was something that you began to see signs of. And I feel like a lot of people just began to cast you out because of the way you began to move. I feel like you wanted to do something very specific with your life. Like you wanted to do something different. Something that goes against the grain is what it feels like. And I feel like you didn't get a lot of support. I feel like if you did speak about what you wanted to speak about, it was brazed and brushed over quicker than anything. It wasn't given much airtime. And I feel like you gave a lot of people a lot of airtime, and your airtime is valuable. But let's see. Divine, what's this envy? So we have hopeful. So inspire, optimistic, as well as success. So I feel like people seeing things in your life, seeing things happen for you, are going to begin to, in some sense, wonder how you did it, how you got what you got. I feel like you're going to get people starting to ask you questions, people who haven't discussed anything with you in many years. I feel like you're going to be invited to a lot of dinners. You're about to be invited out a lot. And that doesn't mean that you will be accepting these invitations, but I feel like you're about to get a lot of invitations to a lot of places. And I feel like you're about to get these invitations to a lot of places. Number one, because of your glow up. I feel like how you're about to take off. Secondly, because of your vibe, because of your energy. And then lastly, people are going to want to know how you did it. So people are going to be asking you to share your story. How did you do it? How did you do it? Divine, receipts, as well as machismo. I feel like you're going to show them better than you can tell them. So we have toxic. So drama, arguments, as well as incompatible. And tell me about this, Divine. So we have mask. So hiding, concealing, as well as deception. I feel like there are a lot of conversations about you behind your back is what I feel like. And whether they're good or bad, it really doesn't truly matter. I feel like you're not involved in that space. I feel like no matter what you do, okay, no matter how you show up, no matter what you accomplish, there's going to be people in your life that you may connect with, even if it's only for a second, they will gather an opinion about you, an assumption about you. And I can guarantee you, moving forward for the rest of their lives, that is how they will view you until they don't want to view you that way anymore, until they want to view you in a different way. People could see you for who you really are and truly are, and you could show them. You could tell them. You could write a novel if you wanted to and hand it to them for free. This is me. They will read the entire book and they will still gather that opinion that they had about you when they met you is what it'll be moving forward. I feel like people decide to view you in a certain way, even though you accomplish major things. They will always see you in a particular way. Yeah. Divine, one more for this toxic and mask. Feels like just like a wolf in sheep's clothing, you know? And there goes the sipping. So the conversations. So gossip, rumors, as well as nosy. So yeah, there's conversations surrounding you. And I feel like it's because of something that you're doing. Receipts, it's very evident. But it's like people would try to trash your name no matter what. But it's not going to hit any ground because there's evidence that you are nothing like people said you are. You also have evidence of things that you said you would do, and you're seeing them accomplished. Divine, recalling and red flag. Thought so. So we have running. So escape, denial, excuses. And then we also have apology. So arrogant, rash actions, as well as insincere. I feel like there's people who are avoiding things. And as I said, I feel like there's conversations surrounding you. And I feel like these people could have even had conversations amongst themselves saying, should they forgive you? Not should they apologize, but should they forgive you as if you're the one who's done something wrong? It's like, girl, go to hell. Go to hell. Divine, running an apology. Because why are you playing? Yeah. So drowning. So over your head, overextended, rock bottom. I feel like these people are literally over their head. Like, I feel like they concern themselves in spaces more than they should and more than they ought to. I feel like these are also individuals who are not as popular as they think they are. And that type of energy is funny to me because, girl, don't nobody give a damn about y'all. That's the thing that be killing me. It's like, just as much as you think people like you, people trashing you too. It's like the energy that you give, you get back. You get it back eventually. And that's just like the thing. Like, I feel like somebody is drowning. And whether you want it or not, I feel like somebody is being stricken to apologize to you because it was bogus. I don't know what it was, but it was bogus. And they know it was wrong. And yes, I'm saying they know it was wrong. Anywho, divine player as well as chained. Somebody can't let you go. So psychopath, somebody can't let you go. So abusive, conniving, unpredictable. So definitely an unpredictable type of energy. I feel like somebody in some way, shape, form, or fashion, not psychopath, but I feel like somebody has a slight obsession. I feel like somebody can't get away from you. They can't get away from you. Divine tension. As well, tension. Psychopath, divine tension was at the bottom of the deck. So we have time. So delay, procrastination, as well as too busy. Somebody's being avoided. Somebody has no more time. And I feel like that's exactly what it is. There's someone that you're giving absolutely no time from. Time to, rather. Healing is at the bottom of the deck. So self-care, introspection, as well as meditation. I definitely feel like that. I feel like with player, you mind your business. I don't feel like you're chained to anyone. Someone feels like they're chained to you, and I feel like you ain't chained. You don't feel that. I feel like somebody feels that. I feel like you're exactly where somebody left you. I feel like this was possibly even a soul tie. This is definitely giving karmic vibes. Is what is more so feeling like. It's not nefarious. It's just more so one of those things where, in some way, somebody feels like they are attached to you. Somebody feels like in some way you are their person. And, that's how karmic cycles tend to often go. And I'm also hearing, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? I believe that's Joni Mitchell. Divine, tell me about time. Lastly here. And there we have it. Burn bridges. This is something that you're done with. Absolutely. Lack of trust, disloyal, turn back on. I feel like there is no rebuilding this bridge. I feel like this is something that you are out and over. And the funny thing about this is I don't feel like you're going about it in the space of, ooh, I hate this person and all. And I feel like you're going about your business. I think I say this all the time. You can't stop from running into somebody in real life. You know how you handle that situation when that happens, or maybe you feel like you do, or maybe you have a plan with that. But I feel like you've burned bridges, and I feel like you have just moved on with your life without feeling the need to really dredge up old memories, being old energies. I feel like you literally are a healed person, as the bottom of the deck implied, healing. Divine, what is the overall message here? So we have the Ace of Wands. I feel like this is some inspired action. This is also giving me that lift off. This is also giving me that change. I feel like metamorphosis, evolution, a change in position, a change in a shifting. Something is getting ready to change. And I feel like there's going to be tangible evidence of it. It could be you as an individual. Maybe your disposition is changing, your countenance is changing, your body is changing. It could be something with that. It could be something about your status changing, an opportunity coming about, an action that you choose to take. Divine, tell me about this Ace of Wands here. We have the High Priestess. I feel like more so than anything at this present moment, you are trusting yourself, and I feel like you are trusting the guidance that you that you are given. I feel like there are a lot of things that you know. I feel like there also are a lot of mysteries here as well. Okay. I feel like you are using other senses. Like while you have your physical senses, that your intuition is very significant at this moment. I feel like it's very balanced as well. I feel like it's very clear too. Divine, we even have the moon at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're a very aware individual. I feel so right now your intuition is very significant. You could be using that as a guide. Confirmations also will be significant for you here too. Divine, what else? We have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you are about to show up as a very independent individual. And I feel like more so than anything else, you are about to show up for yourself in every aspect, in every way. I feel like before you connect with anybody else, there's something about you fully obtaining who you are as an individual, being happy with that as well. Because I feel like you might be single for a little while longer, but it's very purposeful. And honestly, dating is something that you're literally about to forget about, because it's going to be far removed from your mind, because you may be moving into a busy period in your life, even possibly concerning work with the Nine of Pentacles. This is giving me boss vibes. So you could be some form of entrepreneur. Divine, tell me about the Nine of Pentacles moving forward. So we have the Eight of Cups. I feel like there have definitely been a lot of changes in your life, a lot of shifts. There's many different things that you've walked away from. And this doesn't even necessarily have to be people. I feel like maybe there's many different aspects you walked away from yourself. Things that no longer serve you. And those things could be things from within as well, ways of being. I feel like you are evolving as a soul individual and possibly stepping into something else as well as the Eight of Cups. Stepping into some sense of purpose. Interesting how we have the moon at the bottom of the deck, and we have the Eight of Cups that has this person observing the moon. So I feel like you definitely are being guided in a particular direction. I feel like at this present moment you are also a lone ranger. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine is also the Hierophant in the tarot deck. So I feel like right now you are a lone individual. You being alone is very purposeful. Okay. Divine, tell me about the Eight of Cups here. And we have the Two of Pentacles that flipped out, but let's see. Something is definitely getting ready to change. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and it's concerning some aspect of work. This could be things that you've worked on. This could be you beginning to put in some pre-work before you begin to build, before you begin to establish. You could be looking at plots at this present moment for homes or a business to build is also what I'm hearing. A deed could be significant as well. A deed, D-E-E-D. Deed to a home, deed to an establishment, something that you own is going to be significant. Divine Knight of Pentacles here. So we have the Two of Swords. I also feel like pretty soon you will have a decision to make. You would definitely have a decision to make. But let's clarify. Divine, tell me about the Ace of Wands here. So the Ten of Swords. So this is definitely after an ending. So endings for you are very significant. Cycles ending. I feel like it's an ending for a beginning, and I almost feel like it's immediate because there's work that you've done. And I feel like this talks about previous aspects. I feel like with the Ten of Swords as well, there are things that are happening behind your back that you have wind of. High Priestess here. You know something. And I feel like you are not oblivious to the energy surrounding you as well. Okay. I feel like you're a very observant individual. There's something that you know. Divine Ten of Swords with this Ace of Wands. So we have the Eight of Wands. So progression forward, accelerated movement, just as the other card implied and said, especially with lucky breaking things just moving forward for you. I feel like that's what's getting ready to happen. I feel like forward movement for you is going to be very significant. Pleasant surprises as well, because I feel like there's going to be one thing that's just going to shock, move, and change everything. Is just what I'm feeling. That could just be for very specific individual. It could be for everybody. I don't know, but we'll see. Divine Eight of Wands here. So Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like there's something that you've been inspired to do, and it almost feels like turning pain into pleasure, turning pain into profit. 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, a 10 for a 10, 20 judgment call. So there's definitely an awakening. An awakening that's beginning to happen. I feel like you can be an awoken or an awakened individual. High Priestess. I feel like this is something about karmic reward here as well with the judgment. Divine, tell me about the High Priestess. There's something that you've done, a cycle that you've broken, which is why you're profited this lucky break. Divine, Two of Pentacles here. So High Priestess, Two of Pentacles. Divine, tell me about the Two of Pentacles. So the Six of Cups. I feel like concerning previous individuals in your life, I feel like there's going to be some sort of return. High Priestess, Two of Pentacles, as well as the Six of Cups. I feel like at this present moment, there are people that are thinking about you. And if you've been wondering and this person could not be on your mind, you cannot care. You could just be in a space where you're just solo or whatever. If you're wondering why you're thinking about other people, that's because those people are thinking about you. It's something that people are beginning to remember about you. Okay. I feel like this is also because you have been missing for a long time, especially with the High Priestess. I feel like the High Priestess is a quiet individual. I feel like this is not, shall we say, like the High Priestess kind of lurks in the shadows to get the information, and she goes about her business after that. And I feel like she speaks up and uses this information when absolutely necessary. Divine Six of Cups here. So we have the Five of Pentacles. It's being without you. Yes. People are missing you. People miss your energy, whether they say it or not. At first, they were appearing as a spiritual hater. Now they understand why it's so important. It's something like really going on in this present moment in life. And I feel like you were a piece in that. And I feel like people didn't treat you that way. People didn't appreciate that. Okay. Because I feel like there's a lot that people didn't want to admit, a lot that people didn't want to deal with, which is why I feel like you were a lot of people's truth. Okay. Divine, tell me about this Nine of Pentacles here. We have the Page of Pentacles. And tell me about the Page of Pentacles here. So we have the Queen of Swords. I feel like somebody is wanting to come in peace. I feel like somebody wants to extend an apology to you, I swear. This Queen of Swords, I feel like this Queen of Swords wants to offer you some form of roses, some form of flowers, some form of an apology. Somebody wants to change the trajectory that their relationship is headed in with you, because I feel like somebody's relationship with you is headed to the incinerator, okay? And I feel like before it reaches that space, somebody's going to come with you asking for your forgiveness. Divine, tell me about this Queen of Swords. So we have the Five of Swords. I feel like somebody wants a truce with you. Because it did come out in reverse. But I feel like somebody wants some form of truce with you. Somebody wants peace is what it's giving me. Somebody don't want no problems. Six of Wands. Yeah, they don't want no problems, because I feel like you are showing up as an upright individual, showing up as a successful individual in your own right. And I feel like somebody owes you an apology. Somebody wants peace with you. Five of Swords, Divine, with the Judgment here. Karma. Yeah, somebody wants peace with you because you're getting your just dues. I feel like eventually you're going to land right in the space that you so desired. And I feel like a lot of people are going to want to apologize to you. Honk the horn on them. I'm telling you. Divine, this Eight of Cups. I feel like while you may hear people out with the Two of Wands here and this Eight of Cups, I feel like while you may hear people out, I still feel like it's a decision for you to move forward. With the Judgment, you know what something is. We called it out earlier. With the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles, a judgment call has been made, okay? And I feel like you know what something is. I feel like you saw a karmic cycle for exactly what it was, even though at the beginning of this thing, you didn't know what that was. I feel like you saw something was a repetitive cycle, which is karmic. And I feel like you finally learned the lesson, which is also karma. I feel like you broke a chain. Even though somebody still feels like they're chained to you, you broke a chain. There's somebody that you're no longer involved with and you are not playing. You made a judgment call. You heard somebody else out about it. I feel like you extended your forgiveness or will extend your forgiveness, and you're still going to go about your business. No love lost, no harm, no foul. But moving forward, I have absolutely nothing for you. Divine, Two of Wands with the Fool. I have nothing for you. New start. New. We doing this thing over, and it won't be with you. Okay? Divine, tell me about the Fool. There's something that you walked away from. Feels like a purposeful position, especially with the Seven of Pentacles coming out. There's some form of growth that's getting ready to happen in your life. I feel like now you're finally also possibly about to see the fruits of your labor. Okay, it's something about work being done. This isn't something that's just about to pop up out of the thin blue sky, out of thin air. It's not about to happen. I feel like this is something concerning something that you've done, some work that you've put in whatever aspect that divine feels that is. And even if you know that there's work that you've done physically, you're about to be profited some sort of reward. Okay. Okay, you're finally about to get those hours that you've been working, that you've been clocked in life. Okay, something's finally about to pay off. Divine, Knight of Pentacles here. Lastly, we have the King of Swords. Interesting. I feel like you could be offering someone some sort of truce, which is exactly what I just said with this Queen of Swords over here. I feel like you could be offering somebody some truth. I feel like this is something you took a minute to think about, especially with the Eight of Cups in between the Nine of Pentacles as well as this Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you went off to do some work first, maybe seek after some form of healing, because I feel like you would have possibly given somebody an answer what I feel like is out of spite. Maybe feeling like it might be retaliation or some form of revenge. I feel like before you spoke, you took a minute. King of Swords, Divine. What is this King of Swords offering? With the Six of Pentacles. I feel like all is fair in love and war. Wow. I feel like you agree. I feel like you made a decision, and that decision is peace. I feel like you don't want anything else. You don't want anything disturbing your peace, and you don't want to disturb anybody else's peace. I feel like you want exactly what someone else wants, minus a relationship, probably minus wanting to reattach yourself to someone. I feel like you are forgiving someone, and I feel like you are moving about your business. Divine, tell me about this Six of Pentacles concerning this King of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. Yes, I feel like you see something exactly for what it is. I feel like you are forgiving somebody for some sort of painful ending, for some sort of painful experience. And I feel like you are moving on with your life. Healing is very significant. Three of Wands. I feel like you are getting back for you those things that are important. You're getting back to those things that are important to you. And I feel like while you forgive someone, you're leaving that person over there and you're going over there. Okay. I feel like you have a mission, you have a goal, and there are certain things that you're supposed to do. You're forgiving people and you're going about your business. Divine Three of Swords. Lastly here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. You got work to do. I feel like your focus is concerning some sort of work you have. Nine of Pentacles. That's single energy. Like with this Eight of Pentacles, you're concerned about work. You're concerned about the things that you're supposed to do, because work for you right now is very purposeful. It's something very purpose driven about what you do for work or what you're getting ready to do for work. But there's something that you're needing to give your attention to, period. Divine possible outcomes here. The whole deck. Okay. But no, we have the Queen of Wands that did flip out, okay? And then the whole deck flew out of my way. So let's see. Divine, concerning this Queen of Wands, what are the outcomes? So we have the Sun. So there's definitely something that you're getting ready to manifest, especially with the Queen of Wands and the Sun. This is a lot of energy. I feel like you are getting ready to experience some significant glow up here as well with the Queen of Wands and the Sun here. Divine, what else here with this Queen of Wands and the Sun? So we have the Two of Cups. And Divine, tell me about this Two of Cups. Partnerships for you could be significant. So we have the Star. So I feel like this is some sort of desire, some sort of dream come true. And I feel like this is not even a relationship. I feel like you're about to be connected to something that you need. Divine, tell me about this Two of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. So it's definitely not a person. So this is more so an opportunity. I feel like you're about to receive a lucky break. Queen of Wands, the Sun, Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Star. I feel like you're about to receive some sort of lucky break, because I didn't feel a romantic energy. I just feel like it's something that you're supposed to have, something that's supposed to be connected to specifically you with this Two of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you're about to be connected with an opportunity of a lifetime, especially with the Star. I feel like you're about to be connected to something that feels very purposeful, something you want to do, something you've been wishing to do, something you've been praying to do here as well. Divine, lastly, with this Ace of Pentacles and this Star, with the Justice, as well as the Page of Swords. Yes, I feel like something is due to you because of things that you've done. I feel like you've also cut something off, okay? With the Emperor here at the bottom of the deck, I'm going to leave it there. I feel like you are right where right where you belong. And I feel like this opportunity that you are about to get, that you're about to receive, is about to be a situation that will change everything. This includes your position in life. This could be your status. This could be about your physical presence. But overall in itself, once again, Pisces, you are coming out as the Emperor in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So you are taking charge of your life, okay? Pisces Soul Tribe, that was your reading. Hopefully this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. And as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day. Bye, guys.